Uh, Hi everyone. Am I audible now? Okay, great. So let's start the session. So there are a variety of tasks in which you might be using these chat applications like Bard and ChatGPT. And generally, like if you're a software programmer, yeah, then you might be using it a lot. Okay, still don't see chat. Great, cool. So let's ask what are different coding related tasks you can help me with. I'll ask the same question to both the assistants, the chat assistants. So they are saying like you can generate code using GPT, using Bard. Sorry, you can debug code, you can test code, you can document code, you can and actually teach coding as well. And in addition to these specific tasks, I can also help you with more general coding, like finding information about coding, staying up to date on coding trends, solving coding problems. And similarly, GPT has also like answered a lot. Like even like while creating these sessions, we use applications like these, like what to teach, what should be the like if you are a streamer, you can use it. So like it can be used like in variety of tasks. Most generally, like if you are writing something, like if you want to write literature, and if you want to write emails, and if you want to write documents, so then like these type of tools can be really useful. So yep. Okay. So and like primarily, like if you are writing code, if you're writing a lot of code, then like debugging will be a thing you'll be using it for. You can just give the text as a prompt here, or the code itself, and they can like tell you like what the mistake in the code was. Also, the information might not be correct always, and they can hallucinate as well. So like just be sure, like before using it, just check it once before using the code as it is. So here, in both the platforms, it's written on the bottom like Bard may display inaccurate or offensive information that doesn't represent Google's views. Similarly, in GPT, it's written it's like free research preview, and ChatGPT may provide inaccurate information about people, places, or facts. So, for example, you can try asking a mathematical question like let's say, in how many ways uh can we distribute 5 balls, 5 distinct balls, let's say, to 6 people. So I've asked a PNC question, and I'll ask this question to both the platforms. So here, so there are some mistakes. Okay, so first, the answer in both the platforms is different. So here it's so like GPT says it's 252 and Bard says, so generally in mathematical complex problems like this is the case that you will see right now. Like, see, they might not be able to solve it completely, and if you trust it like completely, it might be wrong. So there are total of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 720 ways to distribute 5 distinct balls to 6 people. So if you know P and C, I guess this is correct actually. Like so, if you want to distribute 5 distinct balls to 6 people, for the first ball you have actually even this is not right. Like so, we have not said key at least each person should get one ball. We have not said that, right? So ideally they were like for the first ball we had 6 options, and for the second ball also we had 6 options, and so on. So it should have been 6 to the power 6 to the power 5. But like here, like in like as per GPT's understanding, also I see a missing multiplication sign here, but that's okay, I guess. So they are select like GPT is saying Bard is saying 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2. The view here is ki like for the first ball you have 6 options, for the second ball now you have 5 options, for the third ball you have 4 options, and so on. So there is a reasoning here as well. So let's think about the first ball. We have 6 different people we can give it to. Once we have given the first ball to someone, there are 5 balls left. We can give the second ball to 5 people who didn't get the first ball. So this was not mentioned. And here GPT answer like is like totally crazy. Like I didn't get it. Like if we see to distribute 5 distinct balls to 6 people, we can use the concept of star and balls or balls and bins. This is a combinatorial problem where we want to find the number of ways to distribute objects into different categories. In this case, the balls are the objects and the people are categories. So they are considering, yeah, okay. Now the formula for distributing n distinct balls to k distinct bins. So this is so yeah, this is wrong. This is wrong. This would have been correct if the balls were identical. See, this is like distributing like how many balls each person is getting, right? Like a1 plus a2 plus a3 up to ak is equal to n. They are solving the number of ways to do that. So if the balls had been same, then this would have been correct. And they are specifically like see, they will lie these platforms can lie and you will not even see the difference right. It's very hard to judge. So in some sense, like Bard was partly correct, given that it didn't have the correct information, but GPT was way off. Like it was even saying ki there are n distinct balls and k distinct wins. So it's okay. Like let me clarify it a bit for Bard. It is not mandatory that each person. So I'm just correcting the mistakes which they did. So for Bard, the mistake was it was guessing ki each person should get at least one ball. It is not mandatory that each person should get at least one ball. Let's say. And the mistake which GPT made was it was considering distinct like the same balls. So I will just again re-emphasize the balls are distinct. This is correct if the balls are identical. Let's say. So now we have more answers. So now Bard is saying in that case there are a total of 150 ways to distribute 5 distinct balls to 6 people. No, I said it is. Oh, it is not mandatory. I made a mistake. Sorry. It is not mandatory. Let me just make it correct. Any person can get any number of balls. Now, how many ways are there to distribute 5 distinct balls to 6 people? Okay, so I made it more correct. I made it look more correct. And similarly here, like what, So actually they were both saying 120 in the last one. So okay, yeah, like you're getting my point. Okay, so if I again see Bard's answer, there are a total of 210 ways to distribute. To see, well, let's think about the first ball. We can give it to any of the six people. Once you've given it the first ball to someone, there are five balls left. We can give the second ball to any of the six people, including the person. So far 36 ways. We can continue this way for the third, fourth, and fifth ball at each step. So here they made a very like this is a serious mistake. Okay, what was this? This should have been 6 into 6 into 6 into 6 into 6. Here first mistake is they like it is saying 5 and even the multiplication is incorrect. So it's okay. Okay, like I just the point was ki these platforms might make mistakes and it's okay. Okay, and there is a like a note on the bottom on both of them, and none of the platforms was correct. And generally it can be seen like if the question asked is already on the web, like if you see, like let me take a question from gate exam. Okay, I'll just open gate combinations questions. I'll just ask a question which have been already asked in some exam. So let's see how it does. I'll just open a question. I'm just give me 1 second. Yeah. So this is a question from the web. So I'll just ask it as it is. Copy paste. Now let's see how they do. Okay, so Bar just said ki it cannot help. And the question was like, what is the number of possible words that can be made up using the word easy quiz so that the vowels always come together? Okay, I'm unable to help as I'm only a, so if I just regenerate it, let's see if it is able to do it. GPT did it. Okay, Bard is not able to do it. And GPT has the correct answer. Like it is actually 2880. Like they have done it like correctly. Total number of ways we can make easy quiz. Like vowels can come together. We can treat E A U I as a single entity. It's amazing. Like it's amazing. Like the entire explanation. This reduces the problem to arranging the letters S Y Q Z along with the grouped vowel. So like the number of ways to do that is 5 factorial times 4 factorial. And now let's say like I tested its skill. Now the word is like I'll just change the word because this is from web, so it might have like learned the as it is question like before. So I'll just change the word and like I'll give a my like different word which probably not is not on the web. So I'll just add anything like let's say QWW and QWW. Okay, so let's not repeat consonants because that will make the question more difficult. I'll not repeat them. So let's say QWT A E I B N M. Now let's see how it does. Now it says AEI can be treated as a single entity. This reduces the problem to arrange the words Q W T B N and so now it has made like mistake. You can see it like this is crazy. The question is not from the web and it's like way off the correct answer because QWTBNM actually they were the consonants were QWTBNM. So till here they were saying the correct thing. Even here like M was missing in GPT's answer. And yeah, so total number of ways should have been 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 factorial times 3 factorial, but like yeah, it's completely wrong. Okay, so if you don't ask a question which is it has not seen before, like generally mathematical questions there might be errors, so it's like very risky. So like there is always a disclaimer. Okay, And similarly, like coding wise also, we can see some like generally coding, like they have learned a lot like from platforms like Git, Stack Overflow, like a lot of code that these platforms have seen. So generally like coding questions, it will be easy to solve for them. So like can I frame the same question using, like, so let's say write a Python program which, if write a Python function, let's say, which can calculate the number of permutations of a word given as a string, let's say. And the same question I'll ask GPT. I'm not like, it's like slightly abstract, but let's see. Okay, from math import factorial. Here we have number of permutation word. If not word, return 1. Okay. N is the length of word. Base is equal to 1. Now this is crazy. Like where did the factorial come from? So they're saying for I in range 1 to n plus 1. This is like, let's say the word is hello. You have to print the number of permutations of the word, which is okay. Now it calls the function. And also, like, if you see, GPT's code has taken the word as easy quiz only. So GPT is able to remember the context really well. Here it is taking the context from the first word which we have given. Here the word is hello, which is okay. Like nobody told these platforms to take the word from the context itself. I didn't tell ki you have to like take the word as easy quiz only. But the code, like if I check, n is the length of word. So let's say here we have 5 words, and it is doing ways into factorial of n minus I, which is like factorial of 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, then 0, which is like not correct at all. Like I don't understand like what it is doing, trying to do. So this is wrong actually. Even like for hello, the length of the word is file, this factorial is 120. There are 4 remaining letters after the first letter is removed. No, 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 no. This is not right. Like the number of permutations of a word is actually n factorial only. If there are no repetitions, and since here are repetitions, we have to divide by repetition factorial as well, which they have not done. But like if you see GPT's code, like calculate permutations, character frequency, if for character in word, if character in character frequency. Okay. So it's first counting the frequency of every character, then the total number of permutations is factorial the length of the word upon factorial of every frequency, which is correct. This is correct. This is correct. Okay. So yep. Uh like yeah, but like the main point here was like you need to be very careful before using any of it. Okay. So let me ask now, let me give this code to Bard and ask, how about this code? The code works by first calculating. Okay. So now it is saying it is correct. So I'll just ask, was your code correct? Because like it was doing n factorial, and even n factorial the process was wrong. See, it's very difficult problem. Okay, even like if you give the code to someone like humans, it might be uh okay. Now it is making a few mistakes. It is saying like Bard is saying its code was correct, but still like it's using the new code now. Cool, it's okay. Like, okay. Let me ask GPT and let me give the code which Bard wrote. The code you have provided seems to have slight issue in the calculation of permutations. It's calculating the number of permutations, assumption that each character in the word is unique, which might lead to incorrect results. Okay, so it is able to understand it, like which is like really good. Okay, like it's really surprising that it is able to understand what the mistake in the code was, and it is able to correct it as well. And it is saying key you need to count the frequency of every character and then divide it by the frequency of every character, so as to get the correct answer. But like it didn't get the even the factorial logic was incorrect here. So let us ask that specific question. Let me ask it. The logic you have provided for calculating permutation has couple of issues. Off by one error and multiplying by the wrong factorial. It's amazing. So let me ask the same question to Bard as well, like because this is a slightly easier problem, let's say. The factorial logic in your code is correct. The code calculates the number of ways to permute the remaining letters by recursively calling the function on the word without the first letter. Okay. So it is like still defending the code. Cool, it's okay, I guess. Let us take another problem. Like this was like way off in factorials. So let's see. What about probability? Let's do probability, okay? Let's take easy probability questions first. So I'll just generate a question on my own first. Okay, let's take a question from web and then we will do our own questions. Okay, so I'm taking a slightly difficult problem in the first go, but this question has been asked in GATE 2012, sorry. So let's see if they're able to do it. This question is present on web and they probably might have seen this question before. So there are, again, still the answer by both the platforms is different. And actually none of them is correct. So let's see the question. Suppose if a 6-sized die is rolled once. If the value on the die is 1, 2, or 3, the die is rolled a second time. What is the probability the sum of the total of the values that turn up is at least 6? Is at least 6. So there are two cases. If you get 6 in the first go, it's okay. The sum now is at least 6. And only if you get 1, 2, or 3, then it is rolled the second time. So with probability 1 by 2, you are rolling it for the second time. And for the second time, if you're getting 1, you should get at least 5. So so we can actually count. For 1, in the second go, you need 5 or 6. So it's basically, for if you're having 1, then your probability becomes 1 by 3. Then if you're having 2, then you can take in the second go, you can have 4, 5, or 6. In any case, your sum will be at least 6. So it is 1 by 2, or like let me just do it here. Let me open auto draw if we have it. Let me solve the problem first. Okay. So what happens here? If you're getting 1 in the first go, then what are the choices do you have? You can get 5 or 6 in the second draw. If you're getting 2 in the second draw, in the first draw, you can have 4, 5, 6 in the second draw, and your sum will remain at least 6. And if you're having 3 in the first draw, you can have 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, or 6 in the second draw. If you're having 4 in the first draw, you will not have the second draw. Like, because since you get 4 in the first dice, you're not rolling it for the second time. So it doesn't matter. Like, you are not even rolling for the second time. Even for 5, the same case is there. You will not have it. You'll not have the second draw. But if you have 6, you will not have the second draw. But 6 itself has a sum of at least 6. So here in this case, there are, like, for the second draw the chances are 2 by 6. For the second draw here the chances are 3 by 6. Here for the second draw the chances are 4 by 6. Here the chances for the second draw are 0. Here itself it's 0, but here you can consider it as 1, like 6 by 6, because it doesn't matter. Like like you don't need the second draw. Okay, so what is the sum of all these? 6 and 4, 10. 10 plus 3, 13. 13 and 2, 15. So it's like 15 by 6, and each of them have to be multiplied by 1 by 6, because like the probability of getting each number itself is 1 by 6. So this is this 3 to the 6, 3 5 15. So the answer had to be 5 by 12. So 5 by 12 is the correct answer. But here you're getting 5 by 6, and here you're getting 1 by 2, which are both incorrect. And like, see, the platforms are so confident that they are solving it correctly. It's okay, but yeah, you're not, like, they're not supposed to be learning everything. Like they are constantly learning. Actually, both the platforms are constantly learning. So I guess it's okay. And like, if you see Bard's answer, case when the first roll is 1, 2, or 3, in this case the die must be rolled a second time. The only way to get a sum of at least 6 is to roll a 4 or a 5 on the second roll. No, like this is where like they made a mistake. Okay. Here what, like, GPT is saying, to solve this problem we consider the possible outcomes of rolling the dice and then calculate the probability. Let's break down. The first roll results in 1, 2, or 3, and the second roll will be performed. If the second roll results in, we will have a sum. This is wrong. Okay, like this is way off. Okay, so I hope you got it. So the main point here was, like, you need to be very careful. We will try to solve a few more mathematical problems. So I'll conduct one more session. For now, I guess, like, we will have like this 30-minute session only. And we solved a few coding and a few mathematical problems, and we saw like there might be a lot of mistakes which these platforms are making. So in the next session, we will actually do something like, I'll parallel write a code, and we will be using GPT or Bard very extensively in writing code. So we will create a Python game, and we will make Bard create that Python game. Okay. So actually, like as a programmer, use this platform as much as you can. Like that's what our target will be. So we will have zero knowledge. Okay, I will not write any code before. Okay, I promise you that. And I'll start with a fresh ID. And let's say you don't know any programming language, that's okay. We will try to create a game in Python, just using like these applications, any game. Okay, so like these platforms will make mistakes, and we will try to correct it. So that's where we will need some knowledge, but it's okay. Okay, so we will try to do that. Cool, then I'll schedule that session next week. And thanks for joining the session. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.